सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहं सकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नमः वरदां शारदां नमः।
I now request Ishita Didi and Ishanvi Didi to come forward and say the prayer.
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
Thank you. Very beautifully recited. I would like to add that these are some of the youngest members of our Gita Parivar Japan, and I think we should appreciate them with a round of applause. We will now watch a video message sent by Swamiji, Govind Giri Maharaj Ji.
हम वंदे जगद्गुरु। ये अत्यंत आनंद की बात है कि गीता जयंती के निमित्त गीता परिवार के माध्यम से सर्वत्र अनेक देशों में गीता जयंती का उत्सव मनाया जा रहा है। भगवद गीता मानव के उत्थान के लिए, हर व्यक्ति के जीवन को संवारने के लिए भगवद गीता जैसा छोटा सा और इतना सरल अन्य कोई भी ग्रंथ नहीं है, और इसलिए मानव कल्याण के लिए गीता के विचारों का प्रचार करना यह अत्यंत बड़ी सेवा है। मैं जापान के गीता परिवार का हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूँ कि वे वहां पर गीता महोत्सव मना रहे हैं, और गीता जयंती के इस उत्सव में उन्होंने वहां के आदरणीय योगी जी यानी श्री योगेंद्र जी पुराणी, इनको मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में पाचारण किया है। ध्यान ये रखना चाहिए कि योगी जी ने वहां पर हमारी संस्कृति के लिए एक सुंदर वातावरण तैयार किया है। हाल ही में पिछले वर्ष आप लोगों को याद होगा, छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज की प्रतिमा की स्थापना उन्हीं के माध्यम से टोक्यो जैसे शहर में हुई, और छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज तो भगवद गीता के सिद्धांतों की साकार मूर्ति है, और इसलिए आप प्रतिवर्ष गीता जयंती का उत्सव तो मनाइए, लेकिन इस वर्ष उसको मनाने में बड़ा अच्छा स्वाद है। मैं आप सभी का पूरी अभिनंदन करता हूं, और मेरा विश्वास है कि गीता के प्रचार का आपका यह कार्य निरंतर वृद्धिंगत होता रहेगा। सारे कार्यकर्ता भाई बहन अभिनंदन के पात्र है, और मैं परमात्मा से प्रार्थना करता हूं कि आपका ये उत्सव उत्तम हो और गीता पढ़े पढ़ाए जीवन में लाए। इस ध्येय के मार्ग पर हम लोग निरंतर अग्रसर होते रहे। भारत माता की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण।
I think we all feel very motivated and inspired after listening to that message. So let's all together chant chapter 12 of the Gita.
Kids, stand in front. Stand in front.
You can come here and stand.
Yeah, stand in front. Yeah. Stand here. Stand here. start? Didi will say Hari Om.
श्री परमात्मने नमः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः। एवं सततयुक्ता ये भक्ताः स्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तम् तेषां के योगवित्तमाः। श्रीभगवानुवाच मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते मे युक्ततमा मताः। ये तक्षरमनिर्देशम् अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम् संनियम्येन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः। क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहवद्भिरवाप्यते। ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्। मय्येव मन आगत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव पद ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः। अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय। अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि। अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्। श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानात् ध्यानं विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागात् शान्तिरनन्तरम्। अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः। मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिर्यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः। यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोको लोकान्नो द्विजते च यः। हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैर्मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः। अनपेक्षः शुचिर्दक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यतः सर्वारम्भ परित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः। यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभ परित्यागी भक्तिमान्यः स मे प्रियः। समशत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समः सङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतस्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः। ये तु धर्मामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धाना मत्परमा भक्तास्तेऽतीव मे प्रियः ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे भक्तियोगो नाम द्वादशोऽध्यायः ॐ श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।
It was a very beautiful recitation of chapter 12 by our kids. Congratulations on mastering this chapter. This was chapter 12, Bhakti Yoga of the Bhagavad Gita. We now move on to a guest speech by our guest, Yogendra Puranik ji. But before that, I would request Pooja Didi to kindly introduce our guest.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Actually, it's very, I'm not sure exactly how to introduce Yogi-san because everybody here must be knowing him.
He would not be interested.
He is the first ever Indian person into Japanese politics and he is very popular already and he has kindly allowed us to use this venue. He runs the Edogawa Bunka Center and also I'm thankful and I'm very happy that his mother is supporting our activities. She is cooking for all of us. So please, enjoy. And thank you, Yogi-san, for providing both the venue and the food. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yogi-san, please.
Haribo.
It's okay.
Should I speak in English या हिंदी में बात करूं?
आपको हिंदी जो आपको ठीक
Anybody has problem with
Yeah.
Hindi?
No.
Should I speak in English? English or Japanese? Pranam to all of you, and it's a blessing of Lord Krishna that you all are here today. Our family, as our surname suggests, is Puranik, and reading Purans has been our profession. But unfortunately, as I moved out to Japan, that habit has moved out from our family. And I hope and pray to the God that with the presence of all of you, and I hope that this kind of gatherings will continue from here onwards, so that you will help me to become a Puranik again. Thank you so much. So, with blessings from Swami Govind Giri Maharaj Ji, Govind Dev Giri Maharaj Ji, yesterday evening I just requested him, can you please, we have this program, can you please share a video? Actually, he was very busy yesterday evening, continuous meetings. But then I said, like, this is happening in Japan. People will be very happy if they hear your words. And it's bit, not shameful, what is the other word?
Awkward. It's awkward for you because
It's
you
awkward for me
mentioned
that,
you.
he spoke about me. I wanted to edit that. But honestly, I didn't get the time. So I wanted to edit that because I feel that this hall itself is a blessing of Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, and maybe some good virtues in past life, this life that we have. We have this hall and we can do some activities here. We can gather people. So I personally feel that because so many people gather here, there is a different kind of energy in the hall. And it's not just me, but many great people, particularly the yoga people, when they come to this hall, they say that they can feel the energy, positive energy out of it. Today, we are chanting the auspicious Gita. And like Guruji said, Gita is a short scripture within the huge ocean of Indian scriptures, but still it holds one of the biggest meanings, which is not just like, although Krishna gave this Gita on a battlefield, but I feel it is connected to our daily lives, our day-to-day lives, right from the age of children to the age of adults. I feel it is connected with all of us, and the only one thing that, if I have to take only one thing from Gita, I feel that Krishna is saying, act, and act by your choice. So I see so many people crying, this is that, this is though, and they give up, they feel depressed, they don't act. I feel that's not the right way to do it, to handle the things. We have to act. Whatever we can do, we have to do, and we have to do by choice. Again, like in recent Krishna's that Karna serial on TV, Krishna again and again keeps saying that there will be choices in life. You'll always have choices in life, and you have to make the right choice. There will be a wrong choice, there will be a right choice, there will be a just choice, there will be an unjust choice. Make the right choice that will be good for the people. So I think that is the only message I will take from there, even for the kids. Like you'll have, when I was kid like you, I complained like my mom, my dad, they asked me to study, and then kind of, yeah, I will feel bad for them. So, you know, these things will happen unless you become big. And once you become big, then you will feel that your kids are not listening to you. That is what I am feeling now. Yeah. So my son is sitting there inside the room. I want him outside, but he's sitting inside there. So, you know, it's a circle, but we'll have to keep acting. So with that, I will say, we have the choice to make things better. We have the choice to make things better for ourselves, for others, for the society, and let's keep doing that. I hope that these gatherings will continue here, and please feel free. Of course, when we are starting new thing, there are hiccups. There are many things we have to plan and set up. But once the setup is done, I think we will all enjoy being here. So with that, thank you so much, and thank you to Gita Parivar, and thank you to Pooja San that she connected me to this family. And although I was connected to Govind Dev Giri Maharaj, I was not really connected to the Gita Parivar. So thanks to Pooja San that she called on me this time, and thanks to Nilesh San, he came here so many times to check the hall, to check the things. Even yesterday evening he was here for almost 3-4 hours discussing what to do, how to do, kind of. So even for the lamp we discussed for 15-20 minutes, electric lamp or ghee lamp or tail lamp. So yeah. So I once again thank you all, and also thank you to Radhaji. Radhaji is not attending today, right? Yeah, so thank you so much to her, and once again pranam to Sri Krishna, pranam to Govind Giri Maharaj, and pranam to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yogiji, for that wonderful message for our young kids here. With this, we move on to reciting chapter 15 and chapter 16 of the Bhagavad Gita. It is the Purushottam Yoga and the Devamrita Prabhu.
Kids, those are interested in color filling, they have to come to with me outside.
Color filling competition.
Time. You want to continue the chant? 15, okay, no problem. Then after that. Because we have less time.
We will begin with chapter 15.
Chapter 15. Ready?
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Atat Panchadashodhyayah. Shri Bhagavanuvacha. Urdhvamulamadash-shakam Ashwattham Prahuravyayam. Chandansi yasya parnani Yastam Veda Savedavid. Adashrodam Prasutastasya Shakha Guna Pravriddha Vishaya Pravala. तपश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह ततोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम् यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृता पुराणी निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसञ्ज्ञै गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदमव्ययं तत् न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात् श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तो यदुतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भासयतेऽखिलम् यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम् गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधिः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम् सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम् द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य विवर्तव्यय ईश्वरः यस्माक्षरमहीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमः यो मामेव सम्मूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमम् स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया नघ एतद्बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृत्यश्च भारत ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः ॐ श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।
Begin chapter 16.
श्रीपरमात्मने नमः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ षोडशोऽध्यायः। स्वाध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच अभयं सत्त्वसंशुद्धिर्ज्ञानयोगव्यवस्थितिः दानन्दमश्च यज्ञश्च स्वाध्यायस्तप आर्जवम् अहिंसा सत्यमक्रोधस्त्यागः शान्तिरपैशुनम् दयाभूतेश्वरो लुप्त्वम् मार्दवम् वीरचापलम् तेजः क्षमा धृतिः शौचम् अद्रोहो नातिमानिता भवन्ति सम्पदं दैवीम् अभिजातस्य भारत दम्भो दर्पोऽभिमानश्च क्रोधः पारुष्यमेव च अज्ञानं चाभिजातस्य पार्थ सम्पदमासुरीम् दैवी सम्पद्विमोक्षाय निबन्धायासुरीमता मा शुचः सम्पदं दैवीम् अभिजातोऽसि पाण्डव द्वौ भूतसर्गौ लोकेऽस्मिन् दैवासुर एव च दैवो विस्तरशः प्रोक्त आसुरं पार्थ मे शृणु प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च जना न विदुरासुराः न शौचं नापि चाचारो न सत्यं तेषु विद्यते असत्यमप्रतिष्ठन्ते जगदाहुरनीश्वरम् अपरस्परसम्भूतम् किमन्यत् कामहैतुकम् एतां दृष्टिमवष्टभ्य नष्टात्मानोऽल्पबुद्धयः प्रभवन्त्युग्रकर्माणः क्षयाय जगतो हिताः कामाश्रित्य दुष्पूरम् दम्भमानमदान्विताः मोहात् गृहीत्वा सद्ग्राहान् प्रवर्तन्ते शुचिव्रताः चिन्तामपरिमेयाञ्च प्रलयान्तामुपाश्रिताः कामोपभोगपरमा एतावदिति निश्चिताः आशापाशशतैर्बद्धा कामक्रोधपरायणाः ईहन्ते कामभोगार्थम् अन्यायेनार्थसञ्चयान् इदमद्य मया लब्धम् इमं प्राप्स्ये मनोरथम् इदमस्ति इदमपि मे भविष्यति पुनर्धनम् असौ मया हतः शत्रुः हनिष्ये चापरानपि ईश्वरोऽहमहं भोगी सिद्धोऽहं बलवान् सुखी आढ्यो विजनवानस्मि कोऽन्योऽस्ति सदृशो मया यक्ष्ये दास्यामि मोदिष्य इत्यज्ञानविमोहिताः अनेकचित्तविभ्रान्ता मोहजालसमावृताः प्रसक्ताः कामभोगेषु पतन्ति नरकेषु च आत्मसम्भाविताः स्तब्धा धनमानमतान्विताः यजन्ते नाम यज्ञैस्ते दम्भेनाविधिपूर्वकम् अहङ्कारं बलं दर्पं कामं क्रोधं च संश्रिताः मामात्मवदेहेषु प्रद्विषन्तोऽभ्यसूयकाः तानहं विशतः क्रूरान् संसारेषु नराधमान् श्रिताम्यजस्रमशुभान् आसुरीष्वेव योनिषु आसुरीं योनिमापन्ना मूढा जन्मनि जन्मनि मामप्राप्यैव कौन्तेय ततो यान्त्यधमां गतिम् त्रिविधं नरकस्येदं द्वारं नाशनमात्मनः कामक्रोधस्तथा लोभस्तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजेत् एतैर्विमुक्तं कौन्तेय तमोद्वारैस्त्रिभिर्नरः आचर्यकर्मणः श्रेयस्ततो याति परां गतिम् यः शास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न स सिद्धिमवाप्नोति न सुखं न परां गतिम् तस्मात् शास्त्रं प्रमाणं ते कार्याकार्यव्यवस्थितौ ज्ञात्वा शास्त्रविधानोक्तं कर्म कर्तुमिहार्हसि ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे दैवासुरसम्पद्विभागयोगो नाम षोडशोऽध्यायः ॐ श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु.
We all feel very blessed after chanting these chapters. So, moving on, we have a message from our special guest today. The color competition.
One,
We
two,
begin-
those are children's. Please come with me.
So we have a color
Children can go
painting
for the color competition, color filling competition.
यहाँ पे करेंगे. Here.
Maybe we can move this out so that the kids have more space at the back.
Oh, बरोबर.
पीछे वालों को आगे भेज दे.
दोनच आपल्याला म्हणायचं. झाले 12 आधी म्हटलं. हो. 15-16 आता म्हणलं. स्पीच आहे ना? हां.
5 मिनिटं 10 मिनिटं.
We have
Please.
a special guest today, Vikas Kareji from Guruji from ISKCON. We request him to say a few words for us.
हरे कृष्णा. ऐकू येते? हरे कृष्णा. तर मी खूप आभारी आहे निलेशचा, आणि निलेशनेच मला सांगितलं पहिले की कॅन यू स्पीक सम वर्ड्स अबाउट भगवद्गीता. सो आय एम व्हेरी हॉनर्ड and I will not forget the help which I have got it from all of you. आणि त्याला सुरात सूर टाकून, how many of you don't understand English? Everybody understand English, so I'll talk in English. आपण आता एवढ्या उत्साहाने with such an enthusiasm we have chanted 12th chapter, and most of the time this Sanskrit is very tricky. There is sandhi ford. So I was thinking what I should speak for 10 minutes. So right in 5 minutes I will tell you the overview of Bhagavad Gita chapters. Most of the time we don't remember the names of the chapters also. And on the top of it I'm going to explain you the connection between the chapters so that it will be helpful for you to remember the names of the chapters. And in another 5 minutes I will try to give you the brief connection between the shlokas of 12th chapter, Bhakti Yoga. So these are the two kind of 5 minutes talk I am planning to do it today, and I need all of your blessings. I am so-called brahmachari from ISKCON. Actually, I have taken my ICFC training from ISKCON Pune. So whatever I have learned from that, I'll try to share with you. And in front of all of you, I think you guys knows more than me the other knowledge and spiritual knowledge, but I'm still trying to do my best. So please bless me. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. So Bhagavad Gita, I'll be more interactive. How many chapters are there? 18. And in these 18 chapters, if you divide the Bhagavad Gita and compare with a mango, so mango is hard outside, mango is hard inside, but in between mango gar asto gar, that mango is very sweet. So Bhagavad Gita is like that only. You can divide this 18 chapter into 6. The first 6 chapter is completely karma yoga. Karma. Do your duty. Karma yoga. The last chapter is sannyas yoga. You have to see, we are in the jail of this material world. And if you want to get out of the jail, you have to know what are the windows, what are the doors, when is the police officer is there, and then you can get out of it. But the beauty of this jail which is created by the Lord is such a way that all doors and windows are open, but we don't want to get outside. So that's the last 6 chapter, sannyas yoga, the renunciation. Then in that Daivi Asura Sampad Yoga is there, and 3 modes of material nature, 3 guna. So we have to understand what is the material world so that we can get out of it. And then 18th chapter is Sannyas Yoga. Right? Now I am coming to the middle 6th chapter, which is the most sweetest, the Bhakti Yoga, and which is the middle of the chapter is the 12th, Bhakti Yoga. For your information, Bhakti Yoga is the shortest chapter, only 20 shloka. And the next shortest chapter is 15, Purushottam Yoga. And what is the longest chapter?
18.
Second and 18. Yes. So how many shloka is there in second chapter? 72. And 18 chapters? 76. 78, huh? 78. Okay. So if you observe, the Bhagavad Gita is completed in second chapter only. First chapter is Arjun Vishada Yoga. In this Arjun Vishada Yoga, Arjuna clearly defined his problem. I have this problem. You can remember this acronym, CESDI. C means compassion. He has a false compassion. My brothers and sisters are in front of me. My brothers are there in front of me. I don't want to kill them. That is his false compassion. C. E means enjoyment. He don't want to enjoy at the cost of their relatives by killing them. So E. And S means sin will incur. Paap lagega. I will become sinful. And D means dynasty destruction. Kulakshaya pranashyante. There is a very famous shloka in that. So Arjuna is giving very solid and valid excuses to skip out of the war. So these are the 5 doubts which is explained by Arjuna in the first chapter. Arjun Vishad Yoga. So the problem definition is done in first chapter. Now the second chapter, Krishna gives all the answers. If you see, he says you are not the body, you are the soul. From text number 20 to text number 30, if you see, text number 11 to 30. These 20 shlokas are completely based on soul. You are not the body, you are the soul. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka, that, and vansasi jirnani yata vihaya. Very famous analogy. All the full analysis of the soul science is given in this second chapter. And then Krishna gives Buddhi Yoga also from text number 39 to 54. And then Arjuna asks one more question. Krishna, okay, I understand how this Krishna Bhakta walk, talk, sit. What is that shloka? Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatam. I forgot the shloka. Kim asita varjeta kim. How he sit, how he walk. And on that, Krishna again give in a second chapter all these answers till 72 shloka. Now Bhagavad Gita is completed on 72. But still, Arjuna says, I don't want to fight. And Krishna was confused. What happened? I gave you all knowledge. And then he asked one question in Karma Yoga, third chapter. He asked, you told Buddhi Yoga, use the intelligence, have a sitting intelligent job. Then why should I fight? Why should I use my hands and legs? And then Karma Yoga starts, third chapter. So then Karma Yoga, after Karma Yoga, Krishna becomes very happy with his questions. And he give fourth chapter, Jnana Yoga. Chalo, bonus mein aur ek chapter. Take the knowledge. Do your apprenticeship, but along with knowledge. So many times in our Guru Shishya Parampara, Guru gives you instruction, do this, do that. He don't tell you why you have to do. Just do it. This is the same principle in Bhagavad Gita also. We just recite Bhagavad Gita at the childhood, but as we go ahead, we digest the knowledge and understand it, how it is applicable in day-to-day life. So after Karma Yoga comes Jnana Yoga. Chalo, apprenticeship ho gaya, job ho gaya, abhi on the life project, And then comes the fifth chapter. Based on that knowledge, you have to do karma. That is Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Fifth chapter. And do we have to keep on doing karma all the life? No. There is a time for retirement. What is the retirement? You become so tired of doing karma that retire. Re means again and again. Rebirth, reincarnation. So retired. After retirement, what you do? When you get retired at 60, what will you? सबका क्या सपना रहता है, मैं आराम से बैठ के न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ूंगा, कुछ टेंशन नहीं, ध्यान करूंगा. So comes the ध्यान yoga, 6th chapter. Peacefully you do meditation. So this is our life actually. First 6th chapter is compared to our life itself. And that doesn't apply only there. Then comes the application of the knowledge, Vijnana Yoga, the 7th chapter. Then 8th chapter comes the most confidential knowledge, Akshar Brahma Yoga. And then comes the most super confidential, Raja Guhya Raja Vidya Yoga, 9th chapter. I have by-hearted this 9th chapter actually during my training because I was very excited. Many people by-heart 4th chapter, 9th chapter because it's very technical. And then 9th chapter, 9th chapter होने के बाद, the most confidential knowledge होने के बाद, भगवान last श्लोका में बोलते हैं कि you know मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किंचित् अस्ति, not in that श्लोका, मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामैव वैश्यसि युक्तो एवं आत्मानं मत्परायणः. Then Krishna asked me, okay, you are telling me to worship you and remember you 24 times. Who are you basically? And then comes the Vibhuti Yoga, 10th chapter. In that Krishna says, among the mountains, I am the Himalaya. So I was translating Bhagavad Gita in Japanese with the Japanese devotees. We were thinking that whether Himalaya ke aaj Fujiyama likhna chahiye, you know. So in this way, Krishna keep on explaining, among the aquatics, I am the shark. Among the animals, I am the lion. And Arjuna understand, okay, Krishna, you told me, very nice, very good knowledge. Is this true? I want to know. I want to actually see this your vibhutis. Then comes Vishwarup Darshan. And then thousands of bellies and thousands of mouths, and where to begin and where to end, Arjuna don't understand. And even Krishna tells that you can't see with your normal charma chakshu. I have to give you jnana chakshu. So he gives a special glasses, the vision, Virat Rup Darshan vision. And then he sees and he says, oh, nahi jamega. Krishna, come back. I want to love you. Come to the true form. And Krishna also tells that my devotee always loves me in a human form. And that he comes back. And then he explained, I know, Arjun, you love me as a Sakhyaras. We are the best friends. And then Bhakti Yoga starts. So I am going to explain you Bhakti Yoga. I can explain like this connection till 18 chapters. But I want to cover, I have 3 minutes more. So in these 3 minutes, I will explain 12th chapter, this shloka connection also same like this. So in 12th chapter Bhakti Yoga, why it is so sweet? Because Arjuna asked a question that Yathoktam paryupasate evam satatu yuktaye bhaktasvam paryupasate yacharaksharavyatam tesham ke yodati. What is uttama? For example, just now Yogi ji told that we have always choices, good choice and bad choice, right? So Arjuna was confused which is good and which is bad. Whether to worship you, paryupasate, is better, or akshara avyaktam, some impersonal nature. Many people are there outside, they are doing that. Krishna gives direct answer in second shloka. What he says? Maya they are Uttam who are worshipping me, Arjun. You know, direct answer, no confusion, clear. Then Arjuna become confused. What about so many people who are worshipping nature and you know? Then Krishna tells, what is the third shloka? That Akshara Avyaktam Kutastam Achalam Dhruvam, somebody who is worshipping this and that. Then Krishna says, Klesha Adhika Asar Tarastesham. Very klesh, very difficult hai. वो क्या कर रहे हैं वो ऐसे खा रहे हैं. They are eating like this, they are very difficult. That path I am not denying. These people are also right. Ultimately they are coming to me, but they are coming in a difficult way. So in this way Krishna goes on explaining, and then 5th and 6th shloka he gives the assurance. You know, Yeshamartham, what is that shloka? Samudharta, Mrityu Samsara Sagara. So in his Bhavami Nachirat Partha, Nachirat, quickly I will come and protect him from that Bhavami, that, you know, the Bhava Sagara. So there is very famous shloka in Bhagavad Gita, ISKCON, that one guy is uplifting hand and Krishna is coming from the Garuda and taking the hands. So that's very famous. So that's assurance Krishna is giving. In material world, very less people give assurance like this, and on whom we rely, like husband, wife, or you know, boss. But Krishna is Nachirat Partha, immediately protection. And then Krishna puts condition also. It's not that for everybody I'm going to help you out. Those who are remembering me 24 hours, my Shuddha Bhakta, I protect them. Maya Veshamanoya, my Buddhi Niyoshe, Niyoshishyasi Maya, Atha Urdvam na Samshaya. There is no doubt I'll come for them. Arjuna says, "अरे बाप रे, इतना शुद्ध भक्त मैं नहीं हूँ." You know, I am not a pure devotee. Then Krishna gives more concession in his next shloka. What is that shloka? What is?
चित्तं समाधाय
तुम न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम्. हाँ, तो अभ्यास करो. न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम, मेरे पे स्थिर नहीं हो सकते. न शक्नोषि, नहीं हो रहा है, नो प्रॉब्लम. Practice. So you become brahmachari, go in temple, practice. मैं तो ब्रह्मचारी नहीं हूँ. I am a householder person. I have a wife. I have children. So next shloka comes. What is that? सिद्धि अभ्यास अपि असमर्थोसी. अभ्यास असमर्थ हो रहा है, ब्रह्मचारी नहीं बन सकता, पढ़ाई नहीं कर सकता, नो प्रॉब्लम. क्या करो? कर्तुम मद योगम आश्रिता. डू वर्क फॉर मी. यू डू नाइस वर्क. अर्जुन says, क्या वर्क करूं, ये घासली काम कर रहा हूं, मैं मारा मारी का काम कर रहा हूं, you know. Then comes the next concession. What is that श्लोक? वो भी नहीं अशक्तोसी, वो भी अशक्त हो रहा है, तुमको अशक्य हो रहा है, तो फिर क्या?
कर्तुं मद्योगमः
That whatever work you do, good, bad, many mafia people are there, na? They also can be engaged in Krishna service. What Krishna says? Give your karma phal to me, to Krishna. And Arjuna says, मेरे को थोड़ा attachment उधर भी है, पैसा भी चाहिए, ये भी चाहिए, क्या करूँ मैं? Then comes Krishna more merciful. He says next. No. That is. Shreyo just try to understand me. Krishna says. Krishna becomes so merciful, you know. That is a bhakti yoga. And then comes the 13th chapter, that Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam. That is a Bhakta Ashtakam. Like there are so many shlokas. You know, Shiksha Ashtakam, Damodar Ashtakam. In the similar way, this Bhagavad Gita's 12th chapter, the gist of the Bhagavad Gita is this 8 shlokas. Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam se leke last tak. Krishna so many places says, भक्ता अस्ते में अतीव में प्रिया, भक्तिमान में प्रियो नरहा. ये बंदा मुझे बहुत प्रिय है. This person is very dear to me. All shloka he says like that. Which shloka? Adveshta, who is not envious. Maitra, he is very friendly. So all this Bhakta Ashtakam means the qualities of the devotees are being very nicely mentioned. So if you want to contemplate कि मैं कौन से गुण develop करूँ, so this 12 chapter 8 shlokas are amazing. So here I am concluding. Thank you for your time. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for explaining the shlokas in such a way, in a language that we could understand easily, and it was very easy. Thank you very much. Should we move on to the shloka competition, or
Yeah.
the kids are still coloring?
Then quiz for everyone.
For everyone. Okay, so we have a quiz competition for everyone here, and we will see the questions on the screen, is it?
You can